me just finish getting this. Okay. Hey, Floof. Okay, I think we've got it working now. Yeah, I'll fiddle with the overlay more later. Okay, so we're gonna get back on what we were doing. Yeah, sorry this ended up taking like all of your lunch break, Pain. Oh, I don't even know if Pain's in here. Hello, Pain. I'm sorry I'm taking up all of your lunch break. Okay. Alright, so I'm at least gonna go back to playing, get this loading. Oh, 25 minutes? Okay, damn. I thought your lunch break was shorter than that. Okay, is audio coming through? Everything look good? I'm gonna have to get myself to stop squinting when I'm staring at the computer screen, which I am absolutely doing. Okay. Lucky enough, you can go around returning items. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're mostly just gonna be hearing me. Hey, Key! Hi, Key. Hi. Anyways, you'll mostly just be hearing me ramble about fairy tale bullshit and whatever comes to my brain. Okay. So now that we've got friends and hopefully everything looks good and works, then let's get started. Let's get back to where we were. Okay. So we were going to go to grandmother's house, and I was playing in order of the girls' ages. So we're starting with Robin, who's the youngest of the Red family. Now, canonically, we know that all these girls are sisters. Everything is so... don't joke about that, Key. Anyways. Like I was saying earlier, this is an indie game. It was originally developed by Tale of Tales, and it was kind of difficult to get a hold of for a while. And unfortunately, since it's made on older software, it is very glitchy and may not last much longer, because every time a computer update comes through, it makes it that much harder to run. It took me forever to get this running the first time. It's like I had to do so much shit behind the scenes to get it working, which really sucks because I do love this game, even though it's just a walking sim. Anyways. So, story of Red Riding Hood. Little girl goes through the forest, talks to a wolf. Wolf goes and eats her grandmother and then attacks her. And there's a lot of differences in different tellings. Like in some versions, there is no hunter and Red kills the wolf. In some versions, there is no hunter and Red just dies. Yeah, wolf eats her grandma. Sometimes the grandma survives. Anyways, so as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. There we go. You can see it's pretty straightforward. You can walk, you can let go to interact, and that's about it. Now, every time you run up into an interactable item, it'll pop up on the screen, and if it doesn't pop up on the screen, it'll sometimes show the face of one of the sisters, and that's going to tell you that's something that you can't interact with as the character you're playing. So, just for shits and giggles, you know what? I'm just going to walk straight to Grandma's house so you can see the first ending. Because even though the whole point of the game is you're going to... Yes, it is Red Riding Hood walking sim. Even though the whole point of the game is you're walking to grandmother's house and you're supposed to go off the path, there is an option for if you actually follow the instructions and stay on the path. It just takes a while to get there. I do really love the music in this game, though. Like, it's so melancholy. And there's a street sign right there. What is on this street sign? Because I don't think I've seen this one before. Playground. Covered in what I hope is rust. Let me get my cursor back inside so I can direct myself a little better. Yeah, in some versions of Red Riding Hood, she's just straight up eaten by the wolf. And that's it. That's the end of the story. Oh, yep. It's playing the safety song. There's a lot in this game tied in with the music and the audio. Key, I hate to say it, but I think if you want to get eaten by a wolf, you're going to have to go find the wolf yourself. There aren't just wolves wandering around in... I don't remember where you live. Yeah, we're getting closer to Grandma's house. I'm sorry, Key, but we all gotta go find our big muscly burly wolf. It's like they don't just bust down your door anymore and say, "You're mine." You want to get eaten, you're gonna have to go out and get yourself eaten. Run. Someday I will be able to catch that crow. Today is not that day. Oh, I think I see Grandma's house. Don't have my glasses on, so I can't see jack shit, but I think I see Grandma's house. Okay, so this is just going to be what happens when you don't stray from the path. And you'll see what happens when you stray from the path in a minute. When I do the second playthrough on the Robin, because there's a lot that happens out in the woods. It's like, have anybody ever seen the musical or the movie of Into the Woods? The movie's kind of bad. And by kind of, I mean, the movie's pretty bad. Kind of just because it does that thing that all adaptations do of taking out all of the good stuff and leaving all of the mid stuff. Moulin Rouge! Hell yeah. Okay, we are at Grandma's house. So we're going to open the gate and skip ourselves on. Now, isn't that just the coziest ass little cabin? Was Shrek and you... Why do you regret Shrek? What did Shrek ever do to you? Shrek is love. Shrek is life. We're in Grandma's house, and now you see we switched to a first-person mode. And now... There. We actually have to click to walk. Like I said, this game is a bit of an art piece. I mean, honestly, Grandma's house is pretty cozy, if I do say so myself, if a little bit dirty. Ooh, this is a terror hallway. Even in the good ending. I'm sure absolutely nothing ominous is behind this door. See? It's just a chair. Oh. Well, I mean, that makes sense. If you're forced to watch something, you're not going to enjoy it. I mean, that's why I don't like The Outsiders, is because I was forced to read it and watch it, and I didn't care to at the time. Yeah, this is what happens in ostensibly what is considered the good ending. You walk to Grandma's house, and then if you pay close attention, the photo that Grandma has above her bed changes depending on which girl you're playing as. $265 meters. Yep. This would be considered a fail state. But I now know where Grandmother lives. And now I can start again. Okay, so we're gonna start back over again, and again we'll be playing through youngest to oldest. So you failed because that's some yeah, you get punished by the game if you follow the rules. Okay. And now we'll go through the whole loading screen again. I really do love the music in this game. It's like, it seems really simple and basic, but you're paying attention to it. Yeah. I am playing as a child, Key. Robin is 6. She does not know what a stripped club is. Okay. So, left or right, fam? Left or right? Take a detour to the candy store. Well, is the candy store on the left or the right, Key? Big old woods. Fuck it. We're gonna go this way if no one has anything to say. Now you can run, but running has a side effect of it slowly zooms out and you lose sight. Except I can definitely tell the wolf's that way, because that's what that scraggly bit at the top of the screen means. That means you're running in the direction of the wolf. And I want to find some of Robin's stuff first, so we're going to turn around and go the opposite direction. Because Robin's stuff's going to be more this way. Oh, why did it stop now? There we go. Okay. Now the fun of this game is there's stuff to find basically everywhere. You'll be wandering around and you'll find different things to look at and interact with. That's the point of the game. You need to go find things to do. You just wander through the woods and see what you find. Now, unfortunately, the dev team isn't around anymore. But they also created a few other games. Mostly like weird, esoteric, artsy type games. Let's see. Robin's stuff's gonna be that way, so we'll go that way. As you see, the game fuzzes out and zooms out when you run, kind of deterring you from just blazing through. Yeah. these trees. I'm surprised I haven't come across any flowers yet. That's the one collectible in the game, is you can find flowers, and there's a set number that you can find across all girls, and they do carry over. And part of the goal is to find all of the flowers. It is weird that it hasn't generated anything for me yet. Usually I've at least found one item. Aside from her crow, I haven't found anything yet. But it looks like a bunch of the items are going to be in the same direction as the wolf this time. Because you can see the white swirly stuff up in the top corner. That's telling you where an item that you can interact with goes. Let's see. Okay, I'm heading in the right direction. And they're getting bigger, which means I am getting closer. Going around a tree, going on my way to meet death. Maybe. It's like once I've played through... Oh! Oh, it's her! This is one of the NPCs. Well, the only NPC, really. The white girl in white. And she has a very unique purpose. Oh, got an item. Okay, let me get a little bit closer to the shopping cart so it comes into view, and boom. This little kid just prancing around. That's the girl in white. She's... Oh. This is your basket. All of the memories get stored in there. Hold down on space. Or see it. I'm a kid. I'm a kid. I'm a little kid. And I play. And I play. In my little way. Buy me now at discount prices. Yeah. Remember how I said Robin is 6? Oh. Oh man, I actually once watched that happen in real life. I was working at my first job at a party supply store, and I'm working at the balloon counter. And so while I'm at the balloon counter, this lady's talking to me, asking questions about some of the balloons that she's ordering, and I can see her 2 kids who have been pretty loud and obnoxious this whole time, kind of behind her in the cart, leaning over because they're just out of reach of the display of Beanie Babies we had at the time. And I swear it was like watching it in slow motion as the cart tipped over and both of them hit the concrete and started screaming. Thankfully, I don't think either of them were like actually injured beyond some bruises, but that was a fun experience to have. But yeah, Robin is the youngest. She's 6 or 7 at this point, and she's a child. She talks and acts like a child. All of her interactables reflect that. One time some of my friends got like 3 of us in a car drive through Burger King. Nice. Oh, I found the wall. Let's see. I don't think Robin can interact with the wall. Let's see. Fixed camera angles. I forgot how difficult the fixed camera angles are in this part of the game. Let's see. Oh. It's like, okay, it's pulling up an interaction. Let me walk away and then walk back, and maybe I can get it working. There we go. Okay, we're gonna zoom out a little and then turn. There we go. Okay, because Robin can interact with something over there, but I can't get her to face the right direction. Unfortunately, this is part of the reality of the game, is it's old and a little janky, and because it was done more as an art piece than anything else, it doesn't really... Oh, damn it. Come on. Why are you getting hung up? Okay, let me try... I can use the arrow keys to kind of... There we go. There she goes. Oh, what do we find? Where's tank controls when we need them? Yeah, I might switch to using the arrow keys just because it's a little easier. A silver bullet. How pretty! Okay. And there might be something on the other side of the wall. Because I remember... That's the other thing, is some items are interactable with multiple of the sisters. Let's see. And I know there's... I don't know. It might be the other part of the wall that you can find that is a Ginger and Carmen exclusive interaction. Whoa. Okay, so nothing else to interact with on this side of the wall. Yeah, we're just gonna switch to arrow keys for now since it's easier. Okay, and give the direction a second to reorient. Okay, the wolf's that way, and stuff is that way, so we're gonna... Let's see. Okay, silver bullet. Shopping cart. And I saw the girl in white, but she usually hangs around. We'll run ahead a little bit. Is that a plant over there? No. It's like, I would like to be able to find more of her stuff before we go to grandmother's house, because different items that you find will actually unlock different rooms once you get to the end. Let's see. Is that something over there? It's like, the girl in white should have shown up by now. Like, actually shown up and hung around. And I definitely should have found some more flowers by now. I'm wondering if maybe this is part of the issues with the game being as old as it is and being on outdated hardware. If that's why things aren't appearing. Yeah, the developers Tale of Tales, one of the other games they did that I really liked was the, was it the Forgotten Forest? It was basically a deer MMO, where you're playing as a deer, and there's no chat function in it. But the only way to communicate is through... Oh, there's the other part of the wall. The only way to communicate in the game is by emoting. There's different emotes you can do. There. To make noises or interact, and that's the only way you can really communicate. And it had a decent bit of a community for a while there. Okay, yeah, I think this is the one that... Yeah, this one is just for her. Okay. Carmen. Like in Journey where you can only chirp. Small, cheap, and big chirp. Yeah. It was really fun, though. Like, I played it for a little while before the servers went down, and it actually was a lot of fun. Oh, I see a flower. Come here, bitch. I need you. Oh. Yep. And Scraggly showing the wolves nearby is getting bigger. So we'll collect this flower and then turn back around and try and get some more of Robin's stuff. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, it might have been in the first attempt at the stream, the flowers are the collectible that you can get across all the sisters. 2 of 144. Oh. And I found a gem. I can buy all the toys in the world with this treasure. Oh no, it's not that if you run the wolf gets you, it's that if you run, it's easy to miss stuff because the camera zooms out and gets foggy. But the wolf indicator, which you can't see very well because it's at the bottom of the screen right now, it basically just looks like a bunch of scratch marks. The bigger that gets, the closer to the wolf you are until you reach the point where you finally meet the wolf. Because the wolf changes where it is depending on what part of the forest you're in. Because parts of it loop. Okay, so there's more stuff, and this was where I was. Oh, there she is. So I'm going to show you what the girl in white does. When she comes up, she'll... Okay, she's supposed to come up and interact with you. There we go. Come on. Will you please just stop for a second so I can interact with you? There you go. Are you going to work? Okay, I think the girl in white is not working. She is a bitch! How am I supposed to show off what girl in white does if she's not gonna do her job? Let's try just walking straight up to her. Is she going to... There we go. Okay. So this is what the girl in white does. When you run into her in the woods, she'll take your hand and guide you back to the path. This is also a really good way if you need to reset yourself and figure out what direction you need to go. I'm not sure what language the song is in. Yes, they're holding hands. And a hug. I mean, it's a game. And hugging. I know, Key, it's just offensive to your delicate sensibilities. Okay, so let's figure out what direction stuff is again. Oh, I forgot I can't really... Okay, I think stuff's gonna be this way. If I can get past her. Sorry, girl in white. There. Now I can get past her. We're just gonna run away. Because it's not wanting to work. Of course, now we're gonna have to turn around. Yeah, her program's not acting right. Normally she'll like give you a hug and then run off. Maybe I just need to head back deeper into the woods. Oh, I love how now it's like, hey, you're going the wrong direction, bitch. Okay. Again, remember how I said this game was artsy and esoteric? It, is not good at directing you where stuff is. what all do I have in my inventory? Okay. Each sister has a set number of items they can collect that'll basically unlock all of the rooms. But it looks like most of the stuff I have to find is in the direction of the wolf. This is your trail. Now you know where you've been in the forest. Every 100 meters you have traveled, your trail will be displayed. Yes, Key, it is fartsy and esoteric. Yeah, that's unfortunately it kind of is fartsy in a really obnoxious way. Oh, that's where all the fucking flowers have spawned in at. I'm gonna head this way because the swirlies tell you where stuff is to interact with. Da, da, da. We're gonna run past the girl in white as fast as we possibly can. Oh, what did we find? Yum! Candy! Robin, I don't think you should eat candy that you found on the ground. Oh, and that is the wheelchair for Garnet. I am definitely getting some of these girls' names confused. Okay. Just gonna sit in the wheelchair. Wild games are the best. Running and jumping. And best of all, riding. Okay, so we're gonna head this way and collect some of those flowers. Yeah, key riding really do be the best. I'm sure you and I would definitely know. Of course, all the flowers would be spawned in right next to each other. Okay, I don't think this well is something for me. It'll show me whose it goes to. Oh, no. The flowers carry over, so each of the sisters carries a set amount of flowers. Yep, and this well is not for me to interact with. Okay. Okay, what is that the amphitheater up ahead? We're gonna get some flowers. There we go. Six flowers, alright. And then let's get another flower. Okay. Alright, so what direction do I need to go? Alright, so I need to turn my ass around and go that way. There, right? And we're gonna see. Okay, that way. Oh yeah, I think I see something up ahead. Is that the fucking wheelchair again? Okay. I mean, I already interacted with it. I don't think I'll get anything else, but she'll sit in it. More wheelchairs! Everybody gets a wheelchair. Wild games are the best. Yes, okay, so that's just the same. You unfog the screen. Key, we gonna need those wheelchairs after all the death by Snoo Snoo. Okay, and we are avoiding the girl in white just because I don't want to accidentally get dragged off in the wrong direction again. Yeah, you can see by the little map down at the bottom when it pops up that I'm kind of going in circles right now. Let's see. I think this thing's saying stuff's this way. I may just go find the wolf here in a second, just so I can move on to the next sister and you can see what the wolf interactions look like. Sorry, I'm not going to play with you right now. But there is a flower over here I can collect. Wolf time. Yes, soon it will be wolf time. Okay. Now, where are we in the woods? Because it keeps saying all of my stuff's that direction, but I already checked back that way. But the forest does sort of like auto-gen stuff into existence. I hope I'm making sense. 9, okay. What is that? Okay, that's the well I was at a little while ago. I'm gonna run to the light. Whee! Because the light is also where my wolf is. Because that is the graveyard. And the graveyard is where Robin's wolf is. And you will find out why in a minute. Sorry, girl in white. I'm not hanging out with you right now. Now, when I said this game was artsy and esoteric, I meant it. It's trying to tell a specific kind of story. We're just gonna let this roll out for a minute. People die. It's hard to imagine for a kid like me. They die, and we put them in the ground, like flowers. Now, in your wolf area, there are still going to be some, like, interactable items that you can play with. For example, she can interact with one of the tombstones. And these will kind of shed some more light onto things. Dear Lord, make heaven be a fun place. Amen. Oh, damn it. I was trying to interact with the next headstone over. But I don't want to too closely interact because the wolf's right there. And if I mess this up, I'll start the encounter too early. Yeah. We're not going to interact with him just yet. I'm going to walk around the rest of the graveyard. and see if there's anything else I can interact with. Heaven full of good, but Key, you know where the bad bitch is at. Oh, we found... What was that? That looked like a dead bird. So I can't always tell what some of these items are. Young dead bird. Not me. Okay. Can we interact with the tree? No. Let's get past the tree and come back around and see if I can interact with that other tombstone or if the wolf's still hanging out in front of it. Not me, this bitch flaunting. Yeah, this bitch do be flaunting life. You wanna know why? 'Cause she's 6. I may not have a choice but to interact with the wolf. Oh, there we go. Did it work? Oh, skip. There we go. Okay. Digging in the dirt, getting dirty nails, scratching in the grave, dirty, dirty dirt. Okay. Do I have enough time to get the skull interaction before the wolf comes back around? 10 out of 10 poem. Yes, it is a 10 out of 10 poem. Damn it, I thought I would be able to interact with the skull. This girl might be 6, but she got bars. She do. Alright, you know what? We're gonna interact with the wolf now. If he'll let me. I know it's supposed to be the sound of flies buzzing around him, but it just sounds so staticky and weird. Here, let's try going around on the side. Why won't you let me interact with you? I talk to this dirty ass kid. She is a dirty ass kid. It's like, why can't I interact with the wolf? It's like, I couldn't get away from him earlier, and now he's not letting me interact with him at all. Maybe try walking back over to this grave. Because that was the grave I was looking at before. And that, yeah, that's the grave interaction I got earlier. I thought she could interact with that skull, but I guess not. Yeah, because there's her prayer. Maybe I just need to walk directly towards him. I'm beginning to suspect that this game may be bugged. Just call it a hunch. Well, darn, I was really looking forward to this. Maybe I need to be up here. And for all that talk, I was like, I don't want to start the wolf interaction too early. And then I didn't start it at all. It's like, dude, why can't I interact with you? I'm supposed to be able to... There we go. Got the interaction to work. Okay. And now we're gonna see... why I love this game so much. You see, Robin's 6. Robin doesn't understand things like death. Robin doesn't understand that the wolf she meets in the woods isn't like her toy. Robin doesn't understand that if you see a wild animal, you need to leave it alone. Robin's about to have a very painful lesson. That she may not survive. Oh, well, look at that. She lived. Now it's nighttime. And it's raining. And Robin now knows an unfortunate truth of growing up. Because that's what this game's actually about. It's about the different ways you grow up. And Robin's is when you learn about death. And what that actually means. You can't run in this section. You have to take the slow, long walk to Grandma's house. Just with her thoughts. You'll notice the screen's getting more staticky and obscured. That's intentional. It's the thoughts weighing heavily on Robin's mind. Like, every one of the sisters deals with a different aspect of growing up, and I'm gonna warn you right now, there's a few of them that get very dark and very nasty. May not get to them tonight, just depending on how long I actually sit around and play, since this is really a test stream to see if this is like a viable thing for me to do. But now that we've got all of the technical kinks worked out, I might try doing this more. Yeah, grow up for real do be sucky. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Well, unfortunately, it's a little bit too late for Robin to learn the message. Because she's just had a very painful experience that will definitely stay with her the rest of her life. Childhood trauma do be whack like that. Okay, and we're here. We're at Grandma's house. And now we're gonna make our way. And you'll see just what I mean about unlocking different rooms in Grandma's house. The fun thing is now it's just auto-playing. Once the corners got beveled like that, it just starts auto-playing so I can sit back for a second. And then once it changes back to first person, we'll be back to me playing again. Okay. Nope. That is one of the things, is because this last bit is so long and you're walking so slowly, it doesn't really give me much to riff off of. There we go. Alright, the video might stagger out for a second. Gotta fix that. There we go. Okay, and we're back. We love it long and slow, the cutscenes. We do love our cutscenes long and slow. Now, We're in Grandma's house. And I'm sure you can see things are a little different. It's like, what's that noise? There's marks on the walls and the doors. The lighting's different. Oh, now we're where Grandma was originally, but we don't got time for that. There's more to see. Because Robin now knows about a painful truth about death. Birthday party. What does that mean? Maybe Robin's a neurodivergent child who spends more time in her own fantasies and is ostracized by her peers for it. Not that I know anything about that. And then you see the bars on the side. Oh, what's this? The moon! Grandma's house do be full of hallways. And where are you now? I'm not sure if you'll be able to catch all of it because of how fast they flash on screen, but the flashing images kind of imply that Robin receives a pretty debilitating injury. 5 out of 14 items collected. 2 out of 3 special rooms unlocked. 1485 meters traveled. Wolf encountered, yes. And that would be considered a success, with a B rank. We found the old cemetery. Yeah, that is the win condition, is you fucking die. And now you'll notice Robin's gone. So we'll play Rose next. Rose is, I'm just going to say it right now, the most abstract wolf. Which you'll understand once we get to it. I won't spend as much time running around looking for stuff because I'm mostly wanting to get through all the girls tonight, if I can. But Rose is easily the most abstract wolf of the bunch, and you'll see what I mean when we get to it. Because while most of them are pretty easy to figure out what they're about, Rose is kind of in a weird position because she's old enough to know about death and danger, but not quite old enough to have fully internalized it. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Alright. Go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. Let's walk up a little to get things showing up on screen. Okay, now last time we went off that direction. It's like we went off to the left. So now I'm thinking we'll head off to the right because last time the right was where most of the stuff spawned in at. Oh, and now we can see along the edges of the screen. Oh, I think she just interacted with something. Occasionally you'll be able to see along the edges of the screen where certain locations are, and you can get different interactions by taking characters to previous locations where the wolf was. So for example, if I go to the old graveyard, I can interact with different things as Rose that I couldn't as Robin. There we go. Okay, now I've got stuff popping up on screen. What if you go backwards? I mean, if you walk back to where you came from, you get back in the car and go home. I mean, do you want to see me get back in the car and go home? Because I can, but it's just going to end up wasting time because of how long the loading screens are. No, the only special ending you really get is when you go to grandmother's house without going off the path. And that's just that one that I was showing you earlier, where it's just you go and you sit next to your grandmother who looks dead. Okay. Okay, so it looks like the girl in white's hanging around the half wall right now. As you go through, you'll usually see her running around in different locations, but she's kind of just been standing over here. And when she ran through the graveyard earlier, that was a little bit weird, because she doesn't normally interfere when you're having your wolf encounter. Yep. And this is for your sisters. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to actually start heading towards the graveyard, see if I can interact with anything as Rose. Because I may be thinking of Rose as the one who can interact with the skull. Let's see, let's run ahead a little bit. There we go. Oh, and can she interact with the treasure box? No, I didn't think so. Some items can only be interacted with one girl. There we go. Is that an item over there I can interact with? Let's see. Because I know she could interact with the well. Oh, yep, here we go. What's this? Oh, she's found some feathers. The poor thing. What evil powers tormented this creature? Yeah, Rose is a more gentle soul. She's very soft. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean that in a neutral way. She is a very soft character based off of her interactions with different items. She's the one who feels the most empathy when she finds things like dead birds. Which is why I think she might be the one who can interact with the skull. Because I was pretty sure someone could interact with the skull. But as you can see, now the cemetery is different. The cycle of life and death knows no beginning and no end. It still looks a little bit unsettling, but it's not nearly as bad as it was earlier when we were playing as Robin. There. If I can get unhooked from there. There we go. Yes, okay, she can interact with the skull. No, you do not interact with the girl in white. You need to interact with the skull. Okay, why is it saying... I should be able to interact with it. There we go. There we go. The dead go in the dirt, while their souls fly to the sky. Red bathrooms always make me think of the show. Yeah. It's like, Rose's grandma house makes a little bit more sense, but her wolf interaction doesn't. That's the weird thing. Let's see. Can you interact with any of the other graves in here? I don't think so. Is that an interactable? No. Okay, I don't think she can interact with any of the other graves over here, so I'll go up to the tree and see if she can interact there. And then we'll go try and find some of her other things that she can find. Let's see. Okay, so she can't interact with the dead bird or the tree. Okay. So we will start heading this way. There. That's weird. Why isn't it letting me run? Okay, I can't run anymore, apparently. Oh, there we go. I guess I just couldn't run in the cemetery area. Oh, yeah, probably because it's a wolf area and they probably just automatically disable running. Okay, we'll catch a flower. Okay, now we've got 10 flowers, counting all the ones that we got as her sister. Okay, the tall wall's over there, but I can't interact with it, I don't think. But there should be some interactable items this direction, and the girl in white's here. Yeah, I wish that the map would just stay up, or that it was something you could pull up on the screen, like how I can pull up the inventory by holding space. Okay. We've got 3 of her items. Oh, and we've got an interactable. It's a boot. Okay. I hope the person who lost this shoe does not have blisters on his foot now. Okay. Okay, so some of her interactables should be this way. Okay, yeah. Oh, and the wolf's this way too, so this works out fine. Because I might be able to catch a few interactables on the way to the wolf. It's like, this is really the goth walking simulator of my dreams. I originally found out about this game in a Shoujo Beat article, if any of you ever remembered that. But that was basically the girly companion to Shonen Jump for a little while, and it was superior to Shonen Jump. I said what I said. You want to know why it was superior to Shonen Jump? Because the stories are better, and I'm not just saying that because I have a shoujo bias. Here we go. And can I interact with the balloon now? Yes. Oh, we found a little red balloon. I get my fix off of randos online. If this balloon did not have a string, it would simply float away. Okay, well, you're walking away. Oh. I need you to go back that direction, please. It's like, I also get my fix off randos online. Yeah, it's like a Shoujo Beat. It was basically the companion magazine to Shonen Jump at the time, and it was running throughout the mid to late 2000s, I believe. And it published Nana, and Gentleman's Alliance, and Vampire Knight, and basically all of Vitz's shoujo titles that didn't do so good in Shonen Jump were in it. Sorry, I'm congested. But in one of, I forget which issue, it had an article about girl-oriented games and like what was considered a girl's game. And yeah, it was kind of reductive and basic, and I distinctly remember in the same article it was talking about how the new Final Fantasy was going to have a fashion-based combat system, and they were talking about, I believe, 10.2? It was either 10.2 or 10.3. Having some kind of a fashion component that actually influenced combat. But it also briefly mentioned the path in there, and I just thought it was the coolest game I'd ever seen because I was young, dumb, and emo. And now I'm just dumb and emo. And so I went to the website for the developers, and it was going to be like $15 at the time, and I had absolutely no money, and now I'm going in circles. And so I kind of just stalked the game and everything I could find about it online. Okay, there's the wheelchair. Can I interact with the wheelchair? Yes. And I kind of forgot about it for a while until I forget when they ported it onto Steam, and I finally got it so I could play through it all and see what I'd been missing out on. The closest thing to heaven must be floating on water. Not to have weight is the dream of the soul. Sometimes the drive to just pirate indie games is sometimes too strong. This was before I knew about sailing the high seas. I did it with Signalis. I've never given myself. I've never played Signalis. Oh, get out of the wheelchair. I need you to start walking that way. Yeah, it's like, I generally don't want to sail for indie games, just because it seems like a bit of a dick move for small studios, unless it's like you got specific beef with them. But then again, I do not condone the acquisition of media through illicit means. But yeah, it's like, with indie games, it's really best to go on ahead and get them, unless the developers have specifically said, no, steal it. Yeah, because it's like I was talking to my husband about this, and I forget what game he was talking about specifically, but he mentioned one game that the developers had outright said no, pirate it, because the distribution company had screwed them out of the rights. I forget what game that was. But apparently that has happened a few things. Or, like, back in the early days of Minecraft, I know Notch actually did say that he would rather people pirate his game to see if they liked it or not, and then decide if they wanted to pay the $20 for it. But then again, Notch is kind of a terrible person, so I don't know if we want to take his advice. Oh, there we go. There's our wolf. Okay, we'll start heading towards our wolf. And I'm going to have to kind of explain what's up with Rose's wolf, because like I said, it's really esoteric and weird. But you see, she's got like a little pond or a lake, and there's something out on the lake. Now, you'll notice a lot of Rose's interactions have mentioned heaven and good people versus bad people. Hello, clouds. Welcome on Earth. Rose is the most heavily coded neurodivergent character I think I've ever seen in a video game. Oh, and it's starting to rain. I'm not going to wander around too much looking for interactables because she doesn't have as many things to interact with in the lake. But she's one of the most heavily neurodivergent coded characters because she is. I'm saying it because she is. And you can see she's kind of believed everything she's been told. She understands what death is, but she believes everything when her parents are like, oh, your soul flies up to heaven to be with the angels. And she's like, that sounds wonderful. And so she's maybe not making the best decision right now because she doesn't understand what... She understands what death is, but she doesn't understand what death is. Yeah, she is a bit gullible. And again, this isn't, through fault of her own. She's a kid. She's like 10. I believe the girls all do have canon ages, so I'm just guesstimating about what I think their ages are. Yeah, this is her wolf. It's a naked man in a cloud. Here's the thing, this actually looks better if you're playing it on shit hardware because the fog was supposed to be thicker, but when you're playing it on better computer graphics cards, you can kind of see everything. Now, her wolf can be taken one of two ways. One way it can be as... Yeah, unfortunately, we do suffer from success sometimes. Yeah, her wolf can be taken one of two ways. Either she's making a mistake because while she understands what death is, she doesn't think it's a bad thing necessarily, or she is taken advantage of by a person. Okay. I choose to interpret it as her being taken advantage of by a person, possibly a friend, based off of a few things we'll see in Grandma's house once we get in there. Oh. Now we gotta do the long walk up the front steps to Grandma's. I might take 5 after this so I can stretch my legs and feed the cats. Yes, the long ass walk. I need to reread The Long Walk. There actually is a book called Long Walk. It was written by Stephen King. It's one of the Bachman books. It's ones that he wrote under a pen name. But The Long Walk is basically every year a bunch of teenage boys have to take a long walk, and the long walk is designed to kill them. And it's fascist criticism and all that fun stuff. And that's really all I can say to explain it, because it is a Stephen King weird book. Like, we're not talking Cujo levels of weird, but still kind of weird. Which, if you don't know, Stephen King genuinely does not remember writing Cujo, because he was so high the whole time. It's like, dude was like on all of the cocaine. There we go. Okay, we're almost into Grandma's house. That literally is a thing. It's like, send them boys out on the long walk. Gone out for milk. What's this? Grandma's house is upside down. And it's raining inside. And we're heading up the stairs. And now we're gonna... Oh! The red bathroom. Keeps going on forever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And we're finally to the end. But we're back in Grandma's house. Now, the thing is going back to what I was saying earlier about why I think she was taken advantage of, and the fact that Rose is a very heavily neurodivergent coded character based off of some of her interactions. Here we go, and the bed's scrambled and all out of whack. This is one of the reasons why I think it's that she's taken advantage of by somebody who may not have her best interests. And I don't mean like an adult taking advantage, I mean like maybe someone closer to her own age. Because she has a very black and white view of good and evil. 3 out of 3. But I only got one special room unlocked. So I'd have to go and find some more of her stuff in order to unlock more of her special rooms. But you can really tell that rank C, yeah. You have found the Misty Lake. Spinning bed, more bed feel like playing. Yeah. Well, again, what I was saying with Rose is because one of the most common things you see in kids' media is bullies cornering you somewhere, and in American public schools at least, the bathroom is a really common place to get cornered by people who would rather see you get hurt. And so it's kind of a learning that other people are not your friend. That's kind of my interpretation. But I'm going to take 5 real fast, and then we'll be right back so I can stretch my legs out, feed the cats, and get some more water because I am thirsty. I will be right back. Okay, we back. We are back. Alright, so let me get the game back up and running again, and we can continue. There we go. Okay, so, talked about Robin and Rosie. So, next up's going to be the middleest sister, Ginger, and Ginger's going to be where the game starts getting a lot more heavy-handed with what it's about. And I'm going to warn you right now, Carmen's is the worst chapter. Like, I'm going to have to do some fucking Googling to see if I'm going to be able to show parts of Carmen's chapter, because it's not going to be good. Ruby's my favorite of all of the sisters, and her chapter is also really dark, but a pain. Yeah, Ruby's chapter is also really dark, but not in the same way as Carmen's. And then Scarlet, the oldest sister, is a pretty simple, like, straightforward story, but we're about to get way more heavy-handed. You're at Register? Yeah, I do not miss being at Register. Okay, so we are going to get started on Ginger's chapter. Now you'll notice Ginger's wearing pants and not wearing shoes. That's going to be important. Ginger's kind of the tomboy. As a middle child, she's kind of easily forgotten. It's like her and Carmen are the two middle sisters, essentially. Because you've got your two younger sisters in Robin and Rose, and the two middle in... Oh, shush, Payne, you're not allergic to Ginger. Oh yeah, no shoes is freeing. I do not wear shoes unless I have to. Okay. Alright. Go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. Got them things out all day. Hey, barefoot life. Last time we cooked with it. Okay, you're actually allergic to ginger. Please don't eat ginger if you're going to die. Okay. So, we're gonna start walking off in a direction. It's like, I'm at least gonna do all of Ginger's chapter before I call it for the night. It's like I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do Carmen's chapter or not, just because of some of the subject matter in it. Like, you don't outright see anything, but... What were you cooking that required 4 roots of ginger? I would love to know. It's like, I don't even use that much when I'm making spicy food. I mean, I also don't really cook with ginger that much. I'm trying to follow where the location swirls are, but they're moving around a lot, and they're kind of all in the same direction. Okay, but they're not directly in the path of the wolf. Okay, but yeah, it's like, I'm not sure. I should be able to. Like, I'm trying to remember what all happens in Carmen's chapter, because, like I said, hers is going to be the most heavy-handed of all of them. Okay, I think I see something up ahead. And I should be able to interact with the little half wall now. Stew. What kind of stew has ginger in it? I mean, I love ginger. I'm sure it was delicious, but I'm sorry it almost killed you. Okay, yeah, that's the wall I can interact with as Ginger. It's like, I'm pretty sure... Oh, wait, no, that's the girl in white. I'm not interacting with her right now. Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure I can do Carmen's chapter. There we go. Oh, and there's a little texture error right there on the wall. As you can see, she's spray painting something, but I don't know if it's actually going to show up. You can see she's kind of more of tomboy. Another masterpiece. Signed, Ginger. Doing graffiti like criminals. Oh, have fun at register, Payne. I don't know why the screen's fogging up so much. I'm not running. Let's try running a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm too close to the wall. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll not get caught up on a tree. Yeah, I forget what software they made this in, but I know it's one that was kind of experimental at the time, so that's why it's difficult to get this game running. Thankfully, the Steam port mostly has fixed the issues, but every now and then there's still some fuckery about. But also the control system's whack. Oh yeah, Payne, since you work at Walmart, you're probably gonna be... you probably can't hear me, but you're probably gonna be slammed for the next month. Every time I think I'm walking in the direction of an interactable, I'm not. Let's try running ahead a little ways. Because I know I saw a flower over here somewhere. Yeah. See if I can grab a couple flowers. Yeah, because there's another one. And then see if maybe that resets the forest enough for me to interact with some stuff. $13. Which I believe is how old Ginger's supposed to be. She's supposed to be like 12, 13, somewhere in that range. Let's see, because the sisters are all like a couple of years apart. Let's grab that other flower and then see if maybe I'm far enough out to actually be able to walk towards something. There we go. 14. Yeah, it's like I thought about applying at Walmart, but I honestly don't think I would enjoy working there. Like, to the point that I would probably not want to continue living. Okay. I think I have to go... I keep sending me back and forth, and I keep getting turned around trying to find where my next interactive item is, because I still want to try and get some of her things. There's a flower. Okay, and I think... Oh, yep, there is a gramophone over there. No, sorry, girl in white. We're not playing today. I have to go see if this is something I can play with. Yes. Record player. Okay, so I got the record. Is she gonna say anything? If I throw this on the wind, I bet it would fly really far. Yeah, this is the stuff that Ginger interacts with. Let's see, I think that's the half wall. Let's see, try and go around, and is there... Okay, there's the shopping cart, which I might be able to interact with. Okay, no. Oh, I could have interacted with that as Rose? Alright. I thought that was just a Robin only. Well, let's just blind run for a little bit and see where that gets us, because worst thing that happens is we run into the wolf. Okay, let's see. You know, I probably would be better if I took my glasses off, because then the software could actually read my face the way it's supposed to. I hope it's been working this time. Yeah, okay. Okay. Anyways, back to pathing. Blind run. Literally in my case, I can't see shit. Yeah, this is the part that kind of sucks about this game, is sometimes all of the items spawn in right next to each other and it makes it impossible to find. Let's see, is that something? What is that? Oh yeah, you can see my map's kind of all fucky. Okay, yeah, that's the dead bird that I interacted with as Rose. Which I think is a Rose exclusive. And we're gonna run a little bit. I love how the music cuts out and all you can hear is the chain and the occasional squeal. There we go. We'll head this way for a bit. This sucks that I'm not finding more of Ginger's interactables. Because she does have some pretty interesting dialogue about a few things. Maybe if I head this way. I think that's something up ahead. Let's just blind run for a minute. And come back in. Okay. Like, I get that's also kind of the point, is everything's supposed to kind of all look the same after a little while. Oh, you can also kind of see where I looped the map a little bit. Let's see. Oh, there's something up that way, but I think that might be where my wolf is. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't see the indicator for the wolf. But all of my interactables are up ahead. Oh, okay, I think I see the wolf indicator now. Okay, oh, I found the rusty car, which I don't think Ginger can interact with. Oh, let's go find out anyways. Because I'm pretty sure the rusty car is for Ruby, and I don't think any of the other sisters can mess with it. Yeah, that's for Ruby. Get off the car. Okay, let's start heading this way. Is that the cathedral? Because that's definitely not where my wolf is. Oh, the fence. I can interact with the fence. And of course this tree is directly in the way. There we go. She crawls under it. You cannot stop me. I am never still. Yeah, let's head for the cathedral, because even though I don't think there's anything I can interact with at the cathedral, it's still like a nice area to see. Unless this is the lake. I think this is the lake. Nope. Okay, nope. I was right the first time. Yeah, it's like I don't think there's anything that Ginger interacts with here. Curtains are great. You'll hoist them like sails to go on adventures. Oh, I got this game on Steam. It's just called The Path. And I think all of Tale of Tales games are on here. Oh, darn, I should have come here with Rose. Oh well. Yeah, it's like I think you can find all of Tale of Tales games except for the Deer MMO, which I believe there's a fan server project in the works, but I don't know if it's online yet or what. Let's see. I don't think I can interact with any of the seats. What am I hung up on? Who's Carmen? Carmen is the next sister in order since we're playing youngest to oldest. She's part of the middle two set. And she's the one who I don't know if I'll be able to play on stream or not. Like, I think I should be able to, but I'm not 100% sure. Because hers is very much going to hit you over the head with what the game's story's about. Okay, I think there's something I can interact with over there, and then I'm going to go to the wolf. Yeah, of course you would find corn of her on the R34 site. Key, my guy. You know that Catholic Miku? There's already corn of her. Oh, I found the woodcutter area, which, funny enough, is very important in Carmen's route. Okay, so I'll walk through here because I actually have to go through here. Luce? Yeah, Luce, Catholic Miku. I have to walk through here to get to the wolf area. Okay, stuff in the shack. Let's get it. And light that fire, comrades. We're staying the night. What did I... Something was flashing up on screen, but I couldn't tell what. There we go. I don't know, maybe she is a fucking communist. Okay, this is actually working out way better than I thought it would, because now I can actually find some of her stuff. There is always a door. And a door can be either open or shut. The difference is me. And now she's gonna go light the fire. I forgot, she can actually interact with a lot at the Woodsman's camp. Ginger, please don't burn down the forest. Your grandmother lives here. I don't think she's listening. But yeah, Carmen being the reason that I don't know if I'll be able to play her chapter on stream or not, it has something to do with why there's so much corn of her on the green site. Can I get up now? Okay, fire's nice and big. Oh, I can interact with the chair. If I just stand still and somebody approaches me from behind, I can feel it. I can simply feel it. Nobody can fool me. There. But yeah, you can tell that Ginger's like a real tomboyish character. Yeah, that's Carmen. She's the one who... This is her area. Yeah, it's like, spoiler alert, all of the locations are wolf encounter areas. It's like, you can interact with any of these items with any character, but the area itself is specific to someone's wolf. Okay. Speaking of, which direction did my wolf go? This way. Okay, I was actually able to find a decent amount of stuff just by heading towards the wolf, so that's good to know. I know she's definitely got a few more things that she could interact with, but I'm wanting to at least make some progress today. Now, what's really interesting about Ginger's wolf is what they look like, which you'll see what I mean once we get there and they spawn in. Everybody's wolf is a little different, and you've already picked up on the theme, I hope, of growing up and the painful parts of it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Crows. Flowers. Scarecrow with a realistic face. I could probably fake some crop circles just by running around as fast as I can. You actually need some specific equipment for crop circle making, but by specific equipment, I mean you just need a plank of wood and some string, because a lot of crop circles are just faked by people pressing down grain using planks of wood and some rope. I watched a TV special on History Channel once where they were talking about crop circles and like what causes them. Are they all fake? And my mom made me turn it off halfway through because they started talking about how men sometimes have reactions in crop circles. Yeah, she is just taking her sweet ass time in this forest. The wolf should have spawned in. Where'd they go? Okay. I picked some flowers for Grandma. There she is. Now you'll notice the model's very similar to the girl in white. And running around, we're having a good time. We're having a grand time. It would be so innocent if it weren't for the growing distortion in my ears. Okay, now, Ginger's wolf doesn't look like it makes sense, but it will once we go through the house. I'll explain it. Yep. Okay, and now we do the long-ass walk up the path to Grandma's house. Man, I have no fucking clue what to say during these parts, just because it's like I've kind of running my mouth the whole time during the game. And I mean, I don't want to be like some live streamers we've known who just let dead air sit, because that's not good entertainment. I'm sure this is something I'll figure out sooner or later. Everyone starts somewhere. I'm just glad I was able to get this working after all of the trouble I've been having. What time is it? 8:30? Maybe I can play through Carmen's chapter. I don't know. Because also my butt's hurting from how I'm having to sit in order to be close enough to the computer for the camera to actually pick up correctly. But I also have all day tomorrow that I can play, and I can more easily set this up in the other room. It's just getting the wired connection to go in there is going to be a bit of a trick. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what do we see? Hair, red, hair everywhere. Everything's got this red tinge to it. Rust. Now as we're climbing up, what direction are we gonna go? Rocking horse. Now we're going this way. Rocking chairs going back and forth. What's this? Room with 2 beds, and now we've become small. So cool. Yeah, it is so cool for Grandma to always fix the house up for her granddaughters. Isn't that nice? She's such a nice lady. And you're always her favorite. You're always her favorite. Let's see, we've got a dead bird under one of the beds. And I don't know if you can tell, but the wallpaper is moving. So we just became really small and hid under the bed. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. Seesaw. You'll notice the wallpaper's getting faster. And there's hair. What is all this hair for? Why is there all this hair? Oh. All these feathers in a room made of mattresses and razor wire. Must be a hair salon. Yeah? Something. So Ginger's wolf is about puberty. Because it's the girl in red representing the act of, quote, becoming a woman. These stained mattresses with blood, hair. You have found the field of flowers. Rank B. Yeah, Ginger's is about growing up once you hit puberty and all of the nasty that entails. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't think anybody actually enjoys that time of their lives. We're all kind of at our worst. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start Carmen's part, and we will see if I suddenly have to alt-tab off. Because like I said, I'm fairly certain it doesn't outright show anything, but hers is also still the most overt and the most grim. So I am just going to say, if you're sensitive to certain assaulty topics, you might not want to keep watching, because it's going to be like another 20 minutes. And it is not kind what happens to her. Like, I hate to be that person who says it. Yes, puberty is basically just PG-13 body horror key. Ugh. Okay. So, we'll start Carmen's. Now, Carmen is like 15, I think. She's like right in the 14, 15, 16 range, I believe. Okay, go to grandmother's house and stay on the path. No. Okay. And we're not doing that. Go just far enough off the path to start spawning in objects. There we go, okay. Her stuff's gonna be this way. Yeah, she's a mid-teen, so after the initial disgusting advent of puberty, but still deeply in the throes of stupidity. Because I'm just gonna say it, teens are stupid. Because their brains haven't finished developing. It's not their fault. We just have to put up with it. Now, let's see. Okay, so her items are gonna be this way? Oh. No matter what side of the path I leave off of, it's always going to be the opposite side I actually have to go to. Okay. Yep. Alright, dead ahead. There have been a few times where I've played this game and it's actually spawned, like, the wolf just barely off the path, like just far enough for the spawn to show up. And that's always kind of hilarious when that happens. Okay, a bunch of her stuff's this way. Yeah, it's like... Thankfully, they don't really do anything gratuitous with Carmen, but it's still there. Let's see. Oh, crap. I thought they disabled sticky keys. Like, no lie, because you have to hold down shift in order to run. If you hold it down long enough, it still is like, oh, sticky keys. You want to turn that on? Maybe I should become a dancer. Big feathers on my head and a spotlight in my face. I can do that. No, I did not want you to interact with her. Disable... I told it not to enable sticky keys. I don't know why it even turned it on. I have that setting turned off for a reason. Work, work, work. I love to look at it. It makes me feel so lazy. Oh, come have a seat. Have a kiss. Yeah. I don't think she can interact with the piano. Yeah, it's just older and younger sisters that can do that. Okay. Okay, let's get far enough away that I can figure out what direction I need to go. I'll sit back down. And of course it's gone foggy again, so you can just barely see what's on screen. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're close enough I can actually see the wolf area, so I'm gonna split off for a minute. There. Yeah. And it's like, this is what I was saying about how sometimes you spawn and the wolf's like right there. Okay, there's some flowers and there's the well, and I don't think Carmen can interact with the well. I'm ready to be surprised though. But I can at least grab a couple of those flowers. Oh, Ginger could have interacted with the well. Well, I can at least grab a couple flowers. $16. Yeah, that's the other thing, is the flowers actually disappear once the camera zooms out far enough while you're running. And, like, I get that's intentional. But also, it does make looking for things very time-consuming. They are shy. But it's, like, supposed to relay that you're running blindly. What happens if you 100% the game? I don't think there's anything special for 100%ing the game. Like, you might get a Steam achievement, but I think that's it. Because this game's from, like, the 2000s. Doesn't really have a lot of bonus content. But funny enough, this game actually did have the characters have all, I believe it was live journal blogs that you could visit. And they had different entries leading up to the release of the game to kind of like give you an insight into the characters' lives. And I think they're all still up. I want to say the original developer website's up too. Okay, there is the record player, which I don't know if Carmen can interact with this. Let's find out. No? No, I don't think she can. Okay, I know the record player's just for Ginger. I mean, the wolf's right there. I might just go and get this one out of the way since next up is going to be my favorite character, Ruby. Which I guess this is a bit of a mercy. But yeah, a few of the items that Carmen finds have some very unpleasant dialogues that I didn't want to have to read out loud. But I'm gonna have her walk around the camp and then go interact with her wolf, and then we'll move on with it, and I'll just break down everything. Yeah. The tent is closed. The shack is closed. Yet the beer seems fresh. And the fire is still warm. Carmen, you are 16. Yeah, sometimes the girl in white will hide in that little tent there. Let's get the beer interaction. Which, thankfully, most of the interactions in the wolf area will unlock rooms. Fresh out and warm in. Spinning head and bubbling blood. Good. Yeah, she's doing some underage sippy juice. It's like, remember how I said teens are stupid? They don't know no better. Okay, now she's gonna set the fire, and you see she's got a lighter. The warm glow caresses my skin, peels me layer by layer, until I am pure for you. Yeah, this getting a little gross. Let's see if she can interact with the shed and then go do the wolf interaction. Yeah. Carmen's old enough to know better, but not old enough to know better, if you know what I mean. Okay. Alright, and we'll interact with our wolf. Who she steals his hat. And then he storms off. Now she's got a cool hat. Old enough to know better, but not old enough to convince herself not to do better. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Can she interact with that axe? No. Okay. I believe if I just come back to the boxes, it should start the interaction. Unless it doesn't. Unless I took too long and he's already back to wood chopping. Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, girl in white just like sitting in the tent. Girls in red doing increasingly weird shit, yes. Okay, yeah, both of us have to sit on the boxes at the same time. There we go. Okay, I think I've got it going now. He should be doing something. There we go. Now the cutscene starts. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about a grown-ass man giving a 16-year-old beer. If the game suddenly freezes, it's because I had to tab off real fast. Okay, good. Like I said, hers was really the only chapter I was worried about. Because I couldn't remember exactly where it cut off. But, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, Carmen's got a lot of content that I don't think would be safe for YouTube, despite the fact that it is still important, because YouTube censors are dumb. There we go. There. And what's fun is you'll notice the grandmother's house symbol that's at the bottom of the screen is usually at the top of the screen because that's the direction Grandma's house is. So it's not actually linked to Grandma's house, it's linked to the gate, because once you reach the gate, you can't leave. Here we go. Yeah, so we've got the saw blade, the X that loggers use to mark a tree that's supposed to be cut down. And now instead of going upstairs, we're going down. Got a cut tree. Chairs on a mattress. Chairs in the pool. And if you listen real closely, you can hear Carmen singing the safety song to herself. That's the song that plays when you're on the path for a little while and you haven't gone off of it. Underwater tree. If you pay attention, all of the girls will sing the safety songs to themselves at some point during the house. And it's just really hard to hear over some of the audio sometimes. There we go. Yeah, you think this wolf's easy to decipher? Trees, sawing, logging, trying to talk over the audio a little bit. But it's kind of difficult because there's a lot of audio and I'm going in circles, baby. There's a fucking weird-ass deer head we got earlier. I actually managed to get a decent amount of rooms despite not really interacting with anything. Oh yeah, the saw's in the wall. Thank you, I am way louder than the game. Yeah, the fire. Fire getting closer. The heat's getting closer. Where are we gonna go? Oh, that's not subtle at all. Yep. Yeah, so it's like, if it's not obvious about what happens to Carmen, then just go read the fucking wiki page. I'm not saying it out loud. It's sad and gross. But, end of chapter 4. We did not collect any items, but we got 2 of the 3 rooms, and we only traveled 548 meters, but we did encounter our wolf. So it is still a success. It's always going to be a success when you encounter your wolf. You have found the campsite. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to call it here and then do the last 2 sisters and then the finale tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, since these are all kind of still testing the water streams. But yeah, we will get back to these girls, my favorite girl, Ruby, and then Scarlet, the oldest, tomorrow. So, yes, Key. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I don't really know how else to actually end this. And I'm pretty sure that I just borked up my stream. See you, Key. Bye.